Hello everyone. All organisms need food and utilize it to get energy for growth and maintenance of their body. Different organisms get nutrition through different methods. In the earlier classes, we had studied about nutrition in plants. Today, let us discuss about nutrition in animals in our lesson Nutrition in Animals. The mode of taking food and utilizing by an organism is called nutrition, and the breakdown of complex components of food into simpler substances is called digestion. Let us discuss digestion in human beings. In humans, digestive system includes various compartments, and those are buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine ending with rectum, and anus. All these parts together form the alimentary canal or digestive tract. The human digestive system includes secretory glands. Those are salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Now, let us discuss the first compartment, mouth and buccal cavity. Food is taken into the body through the mouth, and the process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. The food is broken down into smaller pieces by the teeth. The mouth has salivary glands which secrete saliva. The saliva breaks down the starch into sugars. The tongue helps to mix the food with saliva and swallow the food. The tongue has taste buds to detect different tastes of food. The different regions of the tongue detect different tastes. Teeth aid in breaking down of the food. There are 4 types of teeth. They are incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Incisors help in biting and cutting of the food. Canines help in piercing and tearing the food. Premolars and molars help in chewing and grinding of the food. Second compartment, food pipe or esophagus. Food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. The swallowed food is pushed down by the movement of the walls of the food pipe into the stomach. Stomach is a thick-walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened J and is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. Mucus protects the lining of the stomach. Hydrochloric acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food and makes the food acidic for digestive juice to act on. The digestive juices break down the proteins into simpler substances. Apart from stomach, liver and pancreas are also important in the process of digestion. Liver secretes bile juice, which is stored in gallbladder. Bile plays an important role in digestion of fats. Pancreas, which is present below stomach, produces pancreatic juice, which acts on carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The digestion process continues to small intestine. The small intestine is a highly coiled and is about 7.5 meters long. It receives secretions from liver and pancreas. The partially digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine, where the intestinal juice completes the digestion of all components of the food. The carbohydrates get broken into glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and proteins into amino acids. Now, let us understand absorption in the small intestine. The process of absorption is done by blood vessels on the wall of small intestine. The inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths, which are called as villi. Villi increase the surface area for absorption of the digested food. The absorbed materials are carried by the blood to different parts of the body and used by the body. This is called as assimilation. The undigested food then passes into the large intestine. Let us discuss about the compartment large intestine. It is wider and shorter than small intestine. It is about 1.5 meter in length. It absorbs water and salts from the undigested food material. The remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This process is called as egestion. So this was all about digestion in human beings. Now let us discuss digestion in grass-eating animals. Grass-eating animals like cows and buffaloes quickly swallow the grass and store it in a separate part of the stomach called rumen. Here, the food gets partially digested and is called cud. The cud returns to the mouth after some time in small lumps and the animal chews it. This process is called rumination, and these animals are called as ruminants. The chewed food then passes into a sac-like structure between the small intestine and large intestine. The cellulose in the grass is digested with the help of some bacteria. Let us move on to understand feeding and digestion in amoeba. Amoeba is a single-celled organism found in pond water. The cell has a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and a nucleus. The cytoplasm has many bubble-like vacuoles. The cell has finger-like projections called pseudopodia or false feet, which helps it to move and capture food. When amoeba comes near food particle, pseudopodia is produced around the food particle. The food particle is trapped in a food vacuole. In the food vacuole, the food is digested by digestive enzymes and absorbed. The undigested waste is then sent out by the vacuole. So this was all about our today's lesson, nutrition in animals. Learning about nutrition in animal was important as we were made aware of nutrition, mode of intake and utilization in the body. A particular level of particular nutrition is essential for every animal body to grow and develop. Thank you, students.